Just back from Joe Kinnear's press conference in preparation for the Everton game. It was certainly eventful, wasn't it?
Yeah, he had some things to say and he said them, so I don't blame him in some ways.
Well, I think we can safely say that Joe went off it against certain sections of the media, but for the people that it was all about the players and having the day off on Monday when that was his first day at work and what the press said on Tuesday morning. But if you recall, this is what we said on Monday on this very video. You know, people have just got to get behind Joe Kinnear. I mean, he's not here. He knows he's only here on a temporary basis. You know, I mean, we've said tonight that he's come in the Chronicle tonight. We've said that he's come in. The players have got a day off, and I mean, I'm sure the morning papers will try and make fun of that, but you know, he's come in and he's given the players a day off, so he'll talk to the training staff and the coaching staff, and when the players come in on Tuesday morning, he'll know exactly, you know, where he stands. And of course, you know, Newcastle playing on Sunday this week, so yeah, the training was always going to be a bit different. So you know, we guessed what was coming, but you know, I mean, I've lost count of the managers I've dealt with, and I've fallen out with all of them. I mean, I've been threatened. Jack Charlton threatened to throw us under a train at the Central Station once. I've been threatened in front of my family. But I don't see the point of fighting Joe at the moment. It's what was said in the video on Monday. He's here. You know, he's here till the club's sold. And you know, I've got to say, we support him. I mean, I see you know, you've done some great stuff there with Bob and Supermat as well, was it? Yeah,
but apparently before the game against Blackburn, one of the first things that Joe did was he said, "Where's Bob Moncur, Matt McDonald?" and wanted to get he knows they both work in the media, he knows that they know the club inside out. He just wanted to have a quick meeting with them and just, you know, get a sort of vibe of what's going on, and that's what he done, and fair play to him. You know, he could have come up here in other ways and just said, "I'm doing it my way" or whatever. He's gone and looking for some opinions about how things are, how people feel, and I believe he's done the same with all the senior pros, Nicky Butt, Michael Owen, Shea Given. He's sat down with them, had a good long chat with them and his coaching staff. I mean, that's why the players did have the day off on Monday, was so that he could sit down, have a look around the training ground, see what he was dealing with, and I think it was a sensible move.
I've got to say, you know, I mean, I've spoken to him a couple of nights this week, and in both nights he was meeting managing director Derek Lambius, and you know, I've got a story here. He's going to international matches next week because he says, you know, he's here till the club's sold, and if that means the club's not sold in January, you know, he's preparing for the short term and also the long term. You know, I mean, I know everybody wants Kevin Keegan back. I'd like to see Kevin Keegan back, but you know, Joe's here, and I've got to say, I've been quite impressed with the way he's been handling himself. I mean, obviously, the big tests on the field on Sunday, and the people that watch this video who've heard us made reference to the camera person being a Middlesbrough fan or a Sunderland fan, which they were, we've got more shock news tonight because our camera person tonight is an Everton fan. That's right?
No,
thank you.
Not right.
Yes. So, I mean, to be fairly, if you're Everton and you haven't won for 3 games at home, who do you want to play? And I've got to say it's Newcastle United.
Well, you know, it's one of them games, isn't it? But one thing that you've got to look at it positively, and that Joe has had them G'd up in training this week, and he'll be looking for a response. Now, Everton have been on the road in Europe this week. They're also sort of still reeling a bit from the derby last weekend.
And no Tim Cahill.
No Tim Cahill, so there's plenty of little things that you can take advantage of. You know, it's all down in Newcastle now. I think, to be totally honest, I think that, you know, I can understand why the players have been upset and all that, but they do. You know, we've lost, what was it, 5 successive games now. We're due a performance from them, so let's hope it can come at Everton. Yeah,
well, I mean, Everton have been no great shakes, but it's like when Newcastle go to Sunderland soon, the law of averages say, you know, Everton's got to win at home. But you know, I mean, I remember a couple of years ago, Newcastle murdered them and got beat 3-0 when Phil Neville scored that fluke goal. So I think all Newcastle need is a little bit rub of the green on Sunday, and I've tipped them for a 2-2 draw on Sunday. So let's hope we're sitting here next week and we've wiped the smirk off that cameraman's face.